everybody. Welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Always glad to be here. Always glad to have you here. And we got a guest today. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a second. But if you're brand new to the channel, what do we talk about here? We talk about what's moving the market, what's trending in the market, and we keep you on top of market timing, what stocks to look. I give you all kinds of picks to look at depending on how you invest in the market. Excuse me. So I've got something for everybody, no matter what type of investor you are. If you're brand new to the channel, I invite you right now to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new content comes out. If you like the content, all I ask is you hit the like button. Let us know. And every day now, every time we go live, I like to say, if you're someone who's a regular, I want you right now to share this link with people in your social circles. Let's get as many people in here, because I think that what we do on our YouTube channel is not all about hyping and pumping and dumping. It's a lot of education, and it's a lot of what you guys are going through right now and how VectorVest as a company can help you to do better. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the chat with VV Nation. Let me know that I'm coming across loud and clear. And Craig, you are here live. Most of the times I see your comments after the live session. So I'm glad that you're here live today. That is awesome. That is awesome. So I know you comment on just about every video I put up. So I'm glad to see you here live today. I don't always see you live here. So I'm watching as people are coming into the room again. This is a great opportunity for you guys to please share the link to this live stream to get more people here. All right. So let's go see what we can do about that. So today, the market's going crazy. It's going up. It's going down. During our live session with the Derby, we watched the primary wave go up and go back down and go back up and go back down. Good, googly muggly. We are going through a ride today, big time. And, a lot of you sit back and you're wondering, what should I do? Well, we're going to talk about some stocks you could consider. But, the biggest thing is that the market overall is in a downtrend. No matter what you want to say, no matter what you want to think, no matter what you want to hope, the market is in a downtrend. And these rallies that we've had have been short-lived, and they've been pushed by oil and energy, each and every one of them. So when I asked the question in one of my live streams most recently of how many VectorVest subscribers are not making money, make sure you watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. I did another video to talk about what you can do in a downtrending market. And my guest today is going to help you along that path as well. You guys talk, we listen. So it's not like I don't ask questions and get your answers and just bypass them. This is what this channel is all about, to help you the best way that we can. So stay tuned for my guest today, and stay tuned for the 6 p.m. video that's coming out tomorrow. So we always start off with what's going on in the market. Joey, do I just push the web view button like that one? I do. I did that all, but stop touching my stuff. I know what I did. Stop. Joey, say hi to the folks out there, by the way.
Hi, folks.
There he is. That's Joey in the background. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's not so good. And sometimes I want to fight him. But most times I love him. All right. So with that, a couple of stories that I'm going to go into before I get into my guest today. Stock market news live update. Stocks waver as earnings roll in. Yields charge ahead. So we all know what happened with Tesla yesterday. We're still looking for a lot of the big companies to come in and report. I still think that for the most part, a lot of these companies may still hit earnings, but it's going to be the forward guidance that's going to hurt them, because with the rising interest rates, it's affecting people's ability to do business. So with that being said, folks, we still have the market moving down overall in a bigly way. But keep your eyes on the earnings, but watch. Glenn has been telling you for the longest time, it's going to be Q3 and Q4 where these companies were going to be affected by rising interest rates, and it's starting to come to fruition. My next story, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Businesses expect economy to weaken. That's the Fed's beige book. So this week wasn't all about the Fed decision, but it was about the beige book, and businesses expect the economy to weaken. I don't think that that's out of the, that was a surprise. I think we all think that. Mr. Mex Biker says energy preferred sector in this downtrend. Absolutely. Catch tomorrow's video, and I'm going to show you why that sector is on the rise and why, if you're investing in the market right now to the upside, that may be a space to go. And that's why, again, you guys got to take a look at tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. Put Joey on the camera already. We think he is just a digital entity. I think he is. Hey, Joey, are you my friend today?
No, I am not. Have a good day.
Thank you. See, there's Joey. He might be a digital entity. Joey, what time is it?
It is 2:06.
Thank you, Joey. So I think that he might be a digital asset. So thank you, Joey. As a matter of fact, Joey, set me an alarm for 2:45, please.
Alarm set.
Thank you, Joey. All right. So with that, I think that this is not out of the ordinary. Don't think that this is a surprise that businesses expect the economy to weaken. I think that by way of the Fed raising the interest rates, that's their job. Their job is to contract the economy, to slow it down. Okay to hold some contras more than a session like SQQQ. I'm going to talk about that today as well. Siri can answer the same way as Joey. Is he real or is he Memorex? Joey, are you real or are you Memorex? Joey doesn't know how to answer. All right, so there we go. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing. Existing home sales fall to a 10-year low in September as mortgage rates. So I might as well finish all of these stories because I'm just going to talk about the headlines. That's helping to push the market down. Inflation, big bargains will dominate the holiday season, but shoppers may not be sold. All right, so we're going to talk about what's going on in the retail spot, if that's a good place to be. This is a big story for me. How many of you are investing in tankers right now or are in the shipping industry, type of 1? If you are in shipping stocks, type of 1. If you're not, type of 2. Because I've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks. Shipping companies are on the rise right now. Tankers line up off Europe's coast waiting for gas prices to rise again. And they're able to charge a lot of money right now because the demand is out there. I'm telling you, if you're not in shipping companies, I'm going to give you some to at least take a look at. I'm going to give you some of the best ones in the software for you to look at. And last but not least, that's for my guest that's coming up. So with that being said, Joey, bring up my guest. My guest today, for the purposes of helping you guys make money in the down market, I've always talked about options. Options is a play. Contra ETFs are a play. But many of you are afraid to play options. And my guest coming up is Ron Wheeler, and he's going to talk about a one trade that can help you generate ongoing income. With that, Ron Wheeler, let them know who you are, what you do, and let's get into that.
All right. Well, thank you, Glenn. My name is Ron Wheeler. I'm the manager of options trading here at VectorVest. And I know most of you probably know me by now and how I run the what we call the option paycheck experience here at VectorVest. But, I'm actually going to talk about this tomorrow in the strategy of the week. I'll give you guys a quick preview of what that's going to be. When the market is up, a lot of people think it's quote unquote easy to make money because, you can just buy something and it goes up. When the market's bearish like it's been this year, there's a lot of misconceptions about, the way we make money is we can be short sellers, we can buy contra ETFs, but there's so many other ways to make money in a bearish market. And one of the ways that I've done it this year, as Glenn has mentioned, is I am primarily an options trader. It's pretty much all I do. And all I have to do is essentially flip the script. When the market's bullish, I'm doing put spreads. When the market's bearish, like it's been this year, I'm doing call spreads. And it's all about finding those, well, I guess I should say bad stocks because they're not really good stocks. Although, to be fair, I always say a good stock that's going down and I make money on is good, but stocks that are going down essentially. And VectorVest, as you've learned, can really do this for you and get you some great opportunities. And then it's all about putting those option trades together that are going to help give you that probability. And the biggest thing this year, and the reason why I love these spreads so much, is because think of the volatility we've had, right? So much volatility this year, even in the last couple of days. I remember last Wednesday when the CPI came out, the market is down 85 points. A bunch of my trades got hit profits. I loved it. And then I went to lunch, and by the time I came back, the market's up like 60. I'm like, what is going on here? And it's been that way. Even today, what was the S&P up 30 points today at one point? And then I come back and look, and now it's down like, what is it, 35? I'm looking at my broker screen there. Yeah, 35 points. The beautiful thing about the way that we trade options is it gives us probability. It can withstand this volatility. And, again, I know that we've talked so much about options paycheck experience, and Ron can help you gain 3% per month and 36% per year. So here's what I did. I actually brought proof. Glenn, do you want to throw up that first slide that I had there?
Absolutely. Hold on. There we go.
All right. So I use a program called Wingman Tracker to track my trades. And the reason why I use a program called Wingman Tracker is because it makes it easier for me to separate trades out. I do a lot of trades, and I want to make sure they're separated into the stuff that I actually teach and the stuff that I actually do live with my clients. So what you're seeing right here is I've done 142 trades this year using these option spreads that I do. Now, that may sound like a lot to you, may sound like a little. I spend about an hour a week trading. It really comes out to about, 3 trades a week, 3.4 trades a week or something like that.
So you said an hour a week?
About an hour a week.
Wow.
Really, that's all it takes.
Okay.
And the cool thing is, one of the things that I've done in like the last 2 years, now this of course is broker dependent, just so you understand, but I've worked a lot with TD Ameritrade and Thinkorswim, and they're not like a partner or anything. They're just my broker who I use. And I've actually got this down to where I have automation to where I can enter a trade, put a profit target, put a stop in place for the loss. And essentially the monitoring of this is very, very simple. And, this year we're up about 29% for the year so far. This is through the first 2 weeks of October.
Can you say that number one more time? How much for the year?
29%.
And this has been a tricky year.
It has been. And I'll tell you what, I'm a little disappointed that my win rate has only been 62% this year. Usually it's higher. But even with that 62%, we're still at 29%. And our average winning trade is about $800, and our average losing trade is about 770. So we're still doing this safely, and we're still doing it with low risk. And that's the beauty. And the cool thing about what we do is these aren't mystical, magical trades. Every trade that you're seeing here, the result of every one of these trades was done live with my students, with my coaching people. They're seeing this in real time. And you can see, look, I had a couple months where I didn't do well. I had a drawdown in April. I had a drawdown in July. Last 2 months, I really cleaned up. I made a ton of money in the last 2 months that the market sold off, and the volatility's been crazy. So this is real stuff. This isn't just, hey, come and trust me, I can do this. This is real performance that we've done. This is the thing that we do in that options paycheck experience. Now, if you're not familiar with the concepts of what we do something called credit spread trading. We do vertical spreads. Okay. Now, Glenn, if you want to show that second graph that I gave you. All right. This is actually a graph, and this is TWLO. I think it's pronounced as TWLO. It's always great when you trade companies that you A, have no idea what they do, and B, sometimes can't even pronounce them. But hey, it doesn't matter, right? Reminds me of trading like things like copper and lumber and cattle back in the day. Yeah, I didn't want to take any of those for real. I just wanted to trade and make money on them. But this is an example of a trade that I like. So we got TWLO. The market's been going down. We've been in a do down pretty much all year long, except for a few exceptions. The stock's going down too. It just broke a prior low. So if you see where that horizontal crosshair is, it's actually on October, I believe it's the 12th or the 10th. I can't remember.
It's the 10th. I got October 10th.
Okay, the 10th. That's a trade that I did, I think, on a Monday. And what I'm doing here is I'm betting that the market will go down. So when the market is expected, or a stock is expected to go down, we sell calls against it. Why do we sell a call in the downward market? Because as the market or the stock moves down, that call that we sell starts to diminish in price. We might sell it, let's say, for $1,000. And then as the market or stock goes down, that call that we sold for 1,000 may only be worth 900 or 800 or 700 or 600. So as it moves away, we can make money off that. Now, the stock at that time, you can kind of see where that big red bar is on the 10th, and then you see that blue bar above it where it's at about $80 a share. That is essentially the room that I have in this trade. So even with the volatility of the market, I'm still operating with a lot of space. If the stock goes sideways, it's okay. I can still make money. If it has one of those crazy days, I can still make money. And that's what I'm seeing, by the way. I didn't give Glenn a graph of this. That was a couple of day trade where we easily made 800 bucks. We had plenty of room and it worked. Now, I'll give you guys, I'll have to do this more visually because I didn't give Glenn a graph of this. Earlier this week, now I don't even know if this trade's going to work. I'm still in the trade right now. On Monday, I bet that the S&P will go down in price. Now, we all know what the market's done this week with the S&P. It's been like all over the place, right? Right now, it's trading at 36.61. So on
Which
Monday,
one you want? You want the SPX or SPY?
SPX. All right. So on Monday, and Monday the market was up, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually up quite a bit, wasn't it?
Here's Monday, the 17th, 18th. What's today, the 20th?
The 20th, yeah.
Yep, here's Monday.
Okay. So yeah, Monday the market was up, and I bet that the market was going to go down. So you can see the first 2 days, you know, I'm looking like a fool. But I did that trade where it, as long as it stays below 3,800, I can still make money. So even with the little movement up that we had, I still am in this trade. And right now it's profitable by like 4 or 5% right now. So this is the type of trade that we do. On Monday, I sold a 3,800 call on the S&P, and I bought a 3,810 to protect myself. So even with this volatility and the market's gone up a day or two, now it's starting to come down, I'm still alive in this trade. And it works out to a trade that if everything works out well, I can make $1,500. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to lose $1,500. I'm trading with probability, and I'm trading with really, really good risk reward. So if you've ever thought about, you know, how do we make money in bullish and bearish markets, this kind of stuff works no matter what we're doing. Okay. It's worth looking into. It's easy for most people to do. You don't have to be a short seller. We just trade options, no stock at all, no ownership of stocks. We are just trading options. And with this volatility, we get a lot of space to work. And even if it goes the wrong way a couple of days, our trades are still in place. And that's why we've been able to do just like we did during bullish times, where, you know, one year I did 64% return. The other year I did 53% return, 22% return. This is something that consistently works over time. It is definitely worth looking into this method of trading, especially with how the market's been this year.
All right.
And then,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go
I was
ahead.
going to say, Glenn put up the screen there. We are actually, and the reason I'm on today, we are going to be kicking off an options paycheck experience. It starts November 1st. I'm going to be doing a couple of free online workshops if you want to see a little bit more about how these trades work and the concepts behind them. We actually have one today. I'm doing one at 4:30 Eastern time. I think that's the one that's probably up there for 2 hours and 11
2 hours,
minutes.
11 minutes, and 8 seconds, baby.
Yeah. Sign up for it. Even if you can't attend live, we'll send you a recording. I've got a couple more coming out next week. That website will have the full schedule, but this is something to look into. It's a very good strategy to add to your overall trading. And I know that people that watch this are more active traders. This is something that you really should. This is a really good arrow to put in that quiver for you to help you make consistent income.
I like Craig's answer here. A picture tells 1,000 words. Maybe I should reconsider options again. Folks, Joey put the link in there. The link is for today's free webcast. It's no money. It's free. It's free. And for those of you who have been running from options time after time after time, I ask you to reconsider, just like Craig said. Reconsider, because Ron is really good at simplifying the whole idea of playing options. For those people who are not making money in the market, I invite you to at least take a look at this. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you look at VV Nation in here, they're talking about it. Maria says, Ron makes options really easy. Jay says, Ron does a good job. All right. So as I look at all of this stuff, folks, you guys have an opportunity today to go to this webcast. It's free. Joey put the link in there. Just listen. And if you're not making money, but if you're okay with generating 3% a month, just on the option side of it, who's going to say no to that? Just think about that, especially if you're not making money. Who says no to generating income of 3% a month? I believe it's sort of kind of like a no-brainer, but I don't sell anything here on our YouTube channel. This is a free webcast for you guys to go to. Free. Roger says, over the past few years since learning to use options, I've made more profit from options than stocks.
Nice.
Mr. Mex Biker, he put the link. He actually has it pinned to the top of the chat. If you look at the top of the chat, it's already pinned there for you as well. Sonny says, great course. I took it about 18 months ago. Trade commissions in Canada are prohibitive, so I've never been able to implement this strategy. I have no answer for that from the Canadian side of the fence, but Ron, unless you can chime in on that.
I don't really know, to be completely honest with you. That's something I'd have to look into.
Okay.
I know like Interactive Brokers I thought was relatively inexpensive up there, but I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. But this is one of the things that we can talk about, folks, if you're not making money in the market. One of the steps that you're going to see in tomorrow's video, the 6 p.m. video, is going to be playing options. All right. So if nothing else, I like that Tim Price says he's registered. If nothing else, folks, just register. Go take a look. And Ron is right. If you can't be there live, he'll send you a recording. All right. Let's do this. Thank you. Well, one, Ron, thank you for being here. Two,
Thank you.
if you felt that this was something you can use, hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. It doesn't hurt to do that, but if it at least opened up some doors for you, turned on some lights for you, gives you an aha moment of a way for you to generate some income, hit the like button. All right, hit the like button. Ron, thank you for being here today. Thank you. You're a busy dude. Between you and Todd, you guys do a lot of webcasts. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with us here on Trending Thursday. And you have an open invitation to come here whenever you want. I'm still wanting to do an open session about options where you can just answer a lot of questions that people have on their minds that are stopping them from playing options. I think you would be perfect for settling them down and giving them a better understanding of how options work. So I'm thinking that we can do an hour-long session with just you setting up here with VV Nation to answer those questions.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that.
All right. So again, thank you very much for being here, my friend. Hit that like button, folks. And, we're going to get you back on again. I love it when you're here anyway. And I think VV Nation loves it too.
Appreciate it. Again, we'll see ya.
You got it, man. All right. With that, again, don't forget to hit the like button. He's always awesome. And every time he's here, he's always awesome. So I appreciate him when he does come here. All right. Let's get back in covering, my feeling these next few sessions that I'm going to have with you on the live sessions is I want to go after the people who are not making money with the VectorVest software, or for those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, to help you guys overall make money in the market. All right. I'm going to go to my viewers tab, put this back on to the program. And here's the markets today. How many of you think that this market is crazy? Type of 1. How many of you think that the market is just doing its normal, natural thing? Type of 2. All right, let's start off there. How many of you think this market is flipping crazy? Type of 1. If you think that the market is doing what it's supposed to do like it normally does, hit a 2 in the room. So I think, wow, look at that. Maria thinks it's natural. And that's fine. Again, you know me. I don't ever ask questions to go after people. I ask questions because I want to know where your head's at. Dan says too that it's normal. Sonny says 2 and 2. All right. So I think that the market is going outside of its normal realm of things. And why do I think that? I think that because volatility is high. If I add the VIX to this, the volatility, which is the volatility on the S&P 500, is still above, it's pushing 31. It's pushing 31. Anytime the VIX is above the value of 20, the market has more volatility in it. With the more or higher volatility, the market is susceptible to big swings. Up in the morning, down at night. Down in the morning, up at night. So because of the high volatility on the market, I think it's outside of the realm of what it normally does. So I'm on the path with the ones more so than the twos. All right. But again, just because you say 2 and you think it's normal, I'm not coming after you. I just ask the question. So this is the market. Markets respond to political manipulation. That's sentiment. That's sentiment. But you know, VK, after the sentiment goes away, the real money moves depending on what's going on in the market. And I'm not going to call it political manipulation. I won't go down that path. I think that no matter what, the markets react what's going on globally. That's why oil is moving down, because the supply is being bumped up by releasing the strategic reserves. I look at energy just as a whole. We're getting into the colder months. They're moving up. Why? Because the demand is going to pick up. Energy and oil stocks are going to move. They will move to the upside. Natural gas will move to the upside as we get closer to the colder months. So I'm not going to call it manipulation. All right. I won't call it that. I call it that the markets will still do what the markets have to do. Michael says we have a war and high inflation and the government is spending big money. That's what we get. Well, inflation is high, 40-year highs. What are we doing to try to go after it? We're trying to raise interest rates. As we continue to rise interest rates, it's going to affect companies' ability to do business by borrowing money. They're going to have to pay it all back at a higher interest rate. What is that going to hurt? The investors who are investing into those stocks. The bottom lines will be affected. What are these companies going to do? They're going to cut jobs. It hasn't happened yet because the job market is still strong. More people are still looking for people to work. But as the bottom lines get affected when they report earnings, the first thing they're going to do is cut the fat. Flex LNG is my biggest position. I think that whole liquefied natural gas and oil are all good plays. Now, keep in mind, what I'm saying is my opinion because on paper, these things should rise. It just makes sense. But sometimes the market doesn't make sense to us. And now, something is not for us to quantify what the market does. Our job is just to follow and take what the market gives us because we don't want to try to outguess the market. All right, so the stocks that made the big news and the stories that I looked at, let's go take a look at them. Shipping companies, I'm giving you 3 shipping companies that I want you guys to keep your eyes on. Couple of things. 1, all 3 of them are undervalued compared to the value that we give. 2, all 3 of these companies are buy recommendations. 3, they all have good upside potential to outperform the market. 4, the safeties are not there, so these are more considered aggressive stocks, but it's in an industry that's moving, and these are great opportunities for you to make some money in the market. Earnings growth on all 3 of these stocks are well into the 30s. These companies all grow their earnings at a clip of at least 30% a year. Earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher, and when they can grow their earnings, this is something that you need to pay attention to. Have a good day, Jay. The CIs, all of these have good price growth persistence. These are companies that continue to go up even with the market's conditions right now. Comfort index is the ability for the stock to not be susceptible to long or lengthy price declines. These are stocks that I want you to pay attention to in this time. Again, for a lot of the people that are out there that are not comfortable playing options, that are not comfortable looking at contra ETFs, my job is to try to find you some of those stocks that are going against the trend. Why not play some of the trending stocks? All right. Real estate, DRV, because of the big breakdown in people building new houses. I still think that the real estate side of it, the contra for real estate, is still a good time to be in. Talking about retail sales, notice that they're both sell recommendations. ETF on XRT and online buying. So I've got two retail ETFs for you to take a look at, and they're under some selling pressure. Let's go take a look at all of these stocks on the graph real quick. View the stock graph, put these on a 3-month graph. So remember, for those people who are not comfortable playing the market to the downside, why not look at a stock like INSW? Bottom left, top right, even with the wick-wackiosity that's going on in the market, is this a stock that you would buy? All my long-term holders out there, do you like what you see there? All right, from a swing trade, type of 1. Type of 1, if that's something that you would be involved with. Type of 2, if you think it's too high and you don't want to buy it because you think that it's just too high. I'm curious to know. All right, for those people who are telling me that they're not making money with VectorVest, I'm trying to find you the stocks that have great potential to go up. Look at the rising earnings per share. Not only is the company going from the bottom left to the top right on the graph, but look at the rising earnings. ASC is cheaper. And you know, Tyree, I'm okay with that. There's a lot of transportation shipping companies that are out there that are moving up just like this. INSW is a stock that's one of the highest VST stocks that's up there. Wondering why Zim is heading down. Earnings have been great. I haven't found anything specifically telling me why Zim is going down. All right, Roger, but I still like it in this space. But if it's not doing what you want it to do, then Roger, why not consider one of these stocks that is? So INSW, how about TNK? Bottom left, top right, rising earnings, coming back. Now, let's say you're in this stock. How many of you are panicking right now? Type of 1 in the room. If you're not panicking, type of 2. How many of you are panicking when you see this happen once you're in the stock? Type of 1 if you're panicking, type of 2 if you're okay. All right, now, as I ask that question, I'm not panicking. I'll tell you why I'm not panicking. Notice that I'm looking at this on a 3-month graph, bottom left, top right. So anybody who's panicking, let me tell you why. Bottom left, top right. I like the movement, the price structure of the stock. 2, I like the earnings per share on the stock. It's growing. 3, it's above a longer-term moving average. If I'm trying to be longer-term on this, this is a 20-day exponential moving average. So even though it's falling, I'm okay. It's retracing from resistance, but it's one day off of a new 3-month high. One day. Now, if you're in the stock, you like the earnings, you think that right now shipping is moving and you don't want to get rid of it, what can you do? You could buy puts. You could do spreads. As Ron was talking about today, you could do spreads. But if I own this stock and it's in an industry that's rocking and rolling and I don't want to give it up, but I want to hold it, I would look at buying puts. Selling puts in short measures is quite profitable. I'm all about the options, folks. I'm all about the options. 1, because of the overall market. You're not panicking. Is that what it is? Or you are panicking? What was 1? Was 1 that you were panicking? Joey, what did I say? Was 1 that you were panicking? 2, you're not panicking? Oh, so 1, Stephanie says 1 because of the overall market. So you know what the overall market is doing, right? I'm going to do something here. I want to show you something, Stephanie. Let's go put this up with the VVC. Put this on a 3-month graph as well. Stephanie, look at this. Here's the stock on a 3-month graph. Here's the market on a 3-month graph. Do you still feel the same way? Grin is up there too. I like Grin. So Stephanie, do you still feel the same way? You said because of the overall market. Look at the overall market in the same 3-month time period and look at Tanker. TK, do you still feel the same way? So what I'm trying to do for those people who don't want to partake of some of the things for playing the market to the downside, why not try to find the trendy stocks that are moving up? Look at that right there. It is. Let's go look at the next stock in this list. There's Grin. And Grin says it pays a bigger dividend. I'm okay with that. A shock. I'm looking at 3 stocks in this space. This is the second of 3. Bottom left, top right. But look at the pullback in earnings. Look at the pullback in earnings that you see right there, it's still moving up higher, still higher than it was at 3 months ago, but that catches my attention. That does catch my attention. The third stock I have in here, what's it supposed? Oh, it was DRV. What was the first stock? There it is, INSW. Again, from that perspective, Stephanie, look at all three of these stocks compared to the market. All right. I like Maria says, focus on what's making money, not the market. I'm with that, but I'm not with that. I'm with that in that if I can find the hot or trendy stocks that are going against the trend of the market, I'd be careful with them, but I'm going to take the money that it gives me. I still am going to say market timing or what the direction of the market is still most paramount. You got to make sure you're on the right side of the market. But if you're not willing to take protective precautions while the market's moving down, then I am going to step out and give you some stocks to take a look at. Buy the dip and sell the rip with INSW. Well, if INSW is moving as the market is moving down, I'm not sure that same analogy applies, Craig. Think about that. I'm not sure that the same analogy applies, because if I did that, I'd be hurting. This is an industry that's going against the downtrodden market. That's why looking at trending stocks, and again, that's going to be one of my things on tomorrow's video, to look for trending stocks, and I'm going to show you how the VectorVest software will help you to try to find those stocks that are going against the trend of the market. But I'm still big on, if the market is moving down, pay attention to that. Don't try to go against the trend. All right. I like that. Where Maria says, with VectorVest, I don't panic. Dan says, yields moving up rapidly. I guess no one wants any bonds. Are we getting paid enough money on the bonds to buy the bonds? Are the returns on the bonds better than the returns you're going to get on stocks, Dan? That's the question you got to ask. I avoid companies with high debt, especially as interest rates are going up. So now, I don't know what the debts are on these companies. I don't know what the debts are, but if you go and take a look at them, that may give you a better, because I don't know, and I'm not gonna answer it as if I do know. What are the other stocks that are in that list? DRV, the short on real estate. Even though it's pulled back several times, it stayed above the 20-day exponential moving average. I still own DRV in my real world portfolio. XRT. Now, as we get closer and closer to Christmas time, I'm watching this stuff. Retail may take it on the chin because of inflation. That is retail, an ETF for retail, and then here's an ETF for online buying. They both look the same. I'm going to be very interested in seeing how this plays out coming into the Christmas season with retail. How many of you think retail are going to be able to hold up during this holiday season? Type of 1. If you think that they're going to take some losses because of high inflation, type of 2. How many of you think that retail can hold up during this this holiday season? Type of 1 if you think they can hold up. Type of 2 if you think they're going to take it on the chin. And I'm probably on the side, I don't know which side I'm on in this, because I think that people are going to still try to do the best that they can for Christmas. But if people are losing or working right now, and because of inflation are working paycheck to paycheck, retail's going to suffer. Retail's going to suffer. All right, so maybe it is more so on the 2 side than the 1 side. Let's go look at short-term plays. How many of you are my more aggressive players? Short-term plays, I'm looking at the stocks that went up nicely today. Let's graph these all. Do they have good upside? Let's go put this on a 1-month graph. Let's change this layout to reflect more of a trading layout. Where is it? Swing, tech, trade. So now I'm going to look at the 3 and the 8 on a 1-month graph. Big move up today on SBTX. Look at the wick at the top, a little bit of selling pressure, the 3-8 cross, and it broke through a level of resistance. This stock may have some good upside still left. All right, but I'd like to see it take out the high before I jump on board. Same thing with PDSB. Broke through a level of resistance, hitting a new 1-month high. The 3 and the 8 crossed way back here. Actually, look at that. It crossed, never fully went below. And if you stayed based on the 3-8, man, you are a happy individual. This is why I like to show some of these more aggressive plays for you guys out there. TLS, could this be the beginning of an uptrend for it? The 3 and the 8 just crossed on good volume. RT is almost about ready to go above 1. It does have headwinds getting above this level of resistance. The stock went from a sell to a hold. This could be a good little play at the beginning of the move. TLS, keep your eyes on that. Next one is PXMD. I'm looking at RT getting close to going above 1. Big move, but big wick at the top. A lot of selling pressure. The 3-8 crossed a couple of days ago. Is the U.S. Treasury market getting disorderly? And what can the Fed or Treasury do to prevent a total bond meltdown? What can they do to prevent a total bond meltdown? I'm not sure. You know something, that might be a story that I look into. The Treasury bond, I don't think it's getting disorderly. Actually, I'm going to look into doing a video on that. Before I start to answer, let me get all my ducks in a row. How about that? I'm giving homemade gifts this year, specifically chocolate drip Brussels sprouts. I couldn't even say it right. Yeah, I'm not eating that. Don't send those to me, Roger. And if you do, I'm going to greatly give them to Joey so that they can be eaten in a good, mannerly fashion, because I won't eat them. But Joey will. Let's go down to the next one. This could be setting up. This stock gapped down. Big move up today. This stock gapped down. If I'm looking at this from more of an aggressive move, I'm looking at end of day for the 3 to cross above the 8. All right. What else do I have? Swing trade plays. So now, again, for those people out there who are not comfortable playing the market to the downside, I've got something else for you. I went to a search that we have in the software called the Midas Touch. All right. And it's got specific parameters to look for stocks that are moving higher on a 3-month basis and RT moving higher on a 3-month basis. For those people who are looking for stocks to swing trade, here's a list of stocks. I'm giving you 5 of them. Put this on a 3-month graph. All right. And I'm going to change the graph layout back to my swing. There it is, where I'm looking at the 20-day exponential moving average. For my people who are looking for a way to continually make money in a downtrending market, does this appeal to you? Type a 1 in the room if this appeals to you. Type a 2 if you really don't care. And again, for the people who made mention that they're not making money with the VectorVest system, I am trying to do everything that I can to show you the value and the flexibility behind the VectorVest software to make your portfolio better. All right, that's what I'm doing. And if it calls for me to hand feed you some stocks, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am right now hand feeding you some stocks to at least pay attention to. Bottom left, top right, above the 20-day, rising earnings per share. Next one, PBF, above the 20-day, new 3-month high, rising earnings per share. Keep your eyes on that. Now, I want you to see something. What is the recurring theme on these stocks? They're energy and oil stocks. Well, if that's what's moving and you're looking to try to make money in a market that's moving down, why not pay attention to what the market is giving you rather than trying to reinvent the wheel to find something that you think is going to work and then you lose money on it? I am really giving you the opportunity to find some stocks, and I am spoon feeding them to you because I asked the question, what more can we do as a company to help you guys make money? And if this doesn't help, then you know something, as much as I love you, maybe you don't need to be on this channel anymore, because I'm doing everything. I'm trying. I really am. I'm listening and I'm trying. All right. I like this stock. It's a lithium stock. I'm on board with the commodities such as lithium right now. Bottom left, top right. Love the move. Look at the earnings per share. Moving down, INSW shipping. Look at the earnings per share. Look at the graph. Now, even when it starts to pull down, you don't panic if you're in it. That's why I've got something like the 20-day exponential moving average. That's why I look at support and resistance. These are the things that help you to get out, that if it's not the right trade for you, you don't take big losses. That's why I'm showing you this to you. I'm telling you what to look for so that you don't take big losses. But I am spoon feeding you some stocks. Next one here, 9, big move to the downside. Still above the 20-day, still got good earnings. Still got a relative value above 1. But you know something? If you sit back and go, holy smokes, this stock is down so much. What do I do? You know something? How about this? Let's close that. How about this? Put another moving average on it. Let's go put an 8-day exponential moving average. Look at that. It's still above it. I just moved it from a 20-day exponential because I got nervous to an 8 exponential. Still above it. Does that make sense if you're in a stock like this to keep you from panicking? Type of 1 if that makes sense. Type of 1 if that makes sense. And again, man, I can't stress it enough how I'm trying to go after the people who are not making money, whether you're a subscriber to the VectorVest system or not. I am trying to walk you through. I want to be in the trenches with you right now and help you out of where you are. Glenn. All right. Glenn is only saying to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing his Trending Thursday videos. By subscribing, you get alerts for when the videos are live. Oh, is that what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Boston. I'm like, who the hell are you? What are you talking about? All right. So I'm looking at you. I'm like, who are you? Until I saw the name. I was like, oh, all right. And where am I at? 246. How about I got picks for you? I got specific picks for you. I'm going another route. So I want to still find the companies that are going up. How many of you like dividend plays? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you like dividend plays? Type of 1 in the room. All right. I'm just curious because this are 5 nice dividend paying stocks. So if you still want to play the market to the upside, even though the market's going down, which I think is not the right thing to do, but I'm trying to help you along the best way that I can. All right, let's go view these graphs. All of these stocks, where's the mouse? All of these stocks pay good dividends. They have good earnings growth. The CIs, again, are good on these stocks. Let's graph these stocks. These are all dividend-paying stocks. And now let's go add dividends. Add a parameter, dividend paid, 3-month graph. Let's go take a look at the dividends. All right, let's go take a look at the dividends. And let's go make that a little darker, change the style so you can see it. Look at the pop in dividend. Now the stock, this is one of our top stocks in the database. One of the top stocks in the database. Right now, trading right at a level of resistance at 178.62. But look at the pop in dividends. They're paying $1.58 on a stock that's $172. Next one. Man, there's Grin, and there's you. Somebody talked about the dividends. There's the dividend again. Let's take off the 8 exponential. All right, it's above the 20-day. Just be careful right there. There's the dividend. I like the pop in dividend. Steel Dynamics earnings fell a little bit. Dividend is pretty flat, but it does pay a good dividend. Dividend $1.36 on $84. All right. Relative value above 1. Fundamentally, this stock is sound with relative value and relative safety above 1, and stock's in an uptrend currently, and it's a buy recommendation, and it pays a dividend. Let's go to the next one. Now, as you look through these graphs, if you don't like what these graphs look like, if you are a subscriber to the VectorVest software, you can look at more than just the top 5. You can look at more than just the top. I'm only looking at the top 5. I like PBR above the 20-day. Yesterday broke through a level of resistance. Right now, still trading above that level of resistance. Right now, it's getting close to the 3-month high that it's at. Look at the pop in dividends. All of these stocks will give you that passive income. Bottom left, top right. A little bit of give back today, but clearly above the 20-day. Let's go throw it back on that 8 again. Where's it at? Still above it. Still above it. So if you get nervous with the 20-day exponential moving average, don't be afraid to put a smaller moving or a lower number moving average to get out of it just in case. All right. Joey, put me on my ending screen. So I am still going after Joey. Sigh. All right, hold on. Where's it at? Trending. Is it this? No, it's not that. Is it this? Nope, it's not that. Is it this? I think this is it. He must have went away. Anyway, Um,
I just want to see if you could do it.
well, I did it. And
Good
I
job.
did it. I hate
job.
you right now. SGML still has room to make money depending on when you got in. I'm with that. A lot of energy companies are paying out dividends to their shareholders. I'm with that as well. Craig, I'm not looking at individual stocks today. All right. I'm not. Buybacks were happening in the first and second quarter this year. I don't know if there's a whole lot of buybacks still available at this time, Tim. Mark says, Glenn, I get it. Buy strong stocks trending up and keep a close eye on them. The color guard all red. Aren't we moving against Vector? Yes. So what is one of the things that I said in the beginning? I said, when I'm looking at these stocks that are going against the trend in the market, I wouldn't suggest that you do it. But when I ask about people not making money in the market, a few people said, well, I don't play options and I don't pay contras. So what do? That's why I went down this path, Mark, for that reason. Personally, I don't want to go against the trend of the market. I want the trend to be my friend, and stocks go down faster than they go up. I would rather play the market to the downside, whether I'm selling short, whether I'm buying puts, whether I'm buying contras. I'd rather do that. But not everybody in this room is comfortable doing that. So I'm trying to accommodate those people. Does that make sense, Mark? That's what I'm trying to do, because I want to help everybody who is not making money. I want to help everybody. We got 90 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes before I go. All right. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes before I go. I am still making a concerted effort to show you guys what VectorVest has, what the power that VectorVest has to help you guys make money. And for anybody out there who's telling me they're a subscriber to the VectorVest software and you're losing money, I am working through everything that I can to show you that you should not be losing money. There was way too many people that said they were losing money using the VectorVest software. Folks, we put out way too much great information to help you make money. Way too much. So I'm taking these opportunities during my live stream to point out what you can do as an investor utilizing the VectorVest software. All right. If this was worth it for you today, type a 1 in the room. If these conversations, if these ongoing conversations are at least helping you, type a 1 in the room. All right, type a 1. I want to know. Because you guys let me know that there was a problem. So I'm doing everything that I can to pull out the stops. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to make money. That's what it's all about. All right. So man, I talk so hard today, my voice hurts. Woo! Joey, I got some. Hold on. My wife makes sure I've got like these cough drops, because there's days where I get so wrapped up in trying to help you, it hurts my voice, but it's worth it. Tesla buy? I'm not buying it. You can buy it if you want to. I'm not buying Tesla. A lot of people will say, well, Tesla's going down. It's a good time to buy. I'm not buying it yet. Let the stock show me it's worth it for me to buy it. I'm not buying it yet. I got over 100 likes. I did. I got 110 likes. Way to go, folks. Way to go, folks. How many of you shared this content? I need you guys to do that. You got to do it now because we're over. But when I ask you guys to share, especially if you like what you see, let people in your social circle see what we're doing over here, that we can help other people as well. What stops do you do for options? Now, Stephanie, Ron will say, he sets up stops from the beginning. I'm of the mindset that on an option, I'm not going to lose any more than 50% of what I made on it. All right, that's the way I look at it. I have 2,500 shares of Tesla at 45. I'm not telling you to get out of that stock. That's a legacy stock at that. At $45, I'm never telling you to get out of Tesla at that point. Now, if somebody's new trying to get into it, I'm not going to tell you to get into it. But if you got it at $45, don't sell that. That's crazy. That's super crazy. I would never sell it. If it's at $45, looking at what it's trading at right now, I'm not ever telling you to sell that. All right, I got to go. All right. Thank you for being here and supporting VV Nation. Thank you for supporting this. I appreciate it. And I love letting me into your homes to help you see how to make money in the market, especially in the downtrending market. Don't forget tomorrow's video at 6 p.m. what is it? What did I have? 5 simple steps to trade in a downtrending market. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. And even on those videos, share them. All right, I gotta go. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Still praying for the people in Florida. Still praying for the people in Puerto Rico as well. Bon dia, salam, shalom, namaste. Yeah. So, till next time, folks. See ya.